All right, in this video, let's implement the view sets. So first of all, let's take care of the URL endpoints. So at this point, we already have this employees URL. But you know what, while working with the view sets, we cannot just specify the URLs like this. Okay, this we cannot use. So we have to use something called routers. Okay, let's actually comment it out, and we will import from REST framework dot routers import default router. So this default router will take care of our employees URLs. All right. So once we have imported it, what we need to do is we need to actually create a router object. All right. So this is how you create a router object. So router is equal to, just call this class. Okay, default router object. And after this, we'll have to register our view. All right. So this is how we register the view, router dot register. So this register function will actually take the URI, which will be the employee. All right, or employees, you can call it employees. Okay, so here one thing to remember, you don't need to provide this /. All right, so just put employees, and after that this function will also take the views dot the function that we are going to create using the view set. Okay, so we will create a, we of course we are not using function based views, we are going to use the class based views, right? So we'll actually create that class with the employee view set. Now you see we don't have to say as view and all, it will take care of it by default. And once this is done, just go to your URL patterns block. So here you just need to say path, open the empty string and just say comma and just include it to router dot URLs. All right, you need to import this include, it comes from Django dot URLs. All right, so just save this, and after that we are getting the error here because we don't have a view or the class based view employee view set, right? Let's copy this and we'll go to this views.py, and you know what, we can just comment it and I'm sorry, just put 3. All right, now let's create another class, employee view set. We will actually first extend viewsets dot viewset. Okay, viewsets dot, first need to make sure whether we have this view set. No, right? So this comes from Django REST Framework, import mixins, generics, and view sets. All right, so when you have this view sets, now you can access viewsets dot viewset. All right, so when you extend viewsets dot viewset, you will have certain classes like list, create, retrieve, update, and delete. So first of all, let's create a function called list. So this will actually take self comma request. So this list class will automatically handle the request for listing the objects. All right, so this will take query set. Query set is equal to employee dot objects dot all, and serializer is equal to employee serializer, and then pass the query set. Okay, and also you should say many equal to true because it is bringing multiple objects, right? So that's the reason you should pass many equal to true, and you then need to return the response. Return a response serializer dot data. So once you're done with this, just save this, and now we have got this assertion error, base name argument not specified, and could not automatically determine the name of the viewset. Okay, so what it is saying is, while we are using viewsets.viewset, in the URLs while registering, we have to pass something called base name. Okay, base name that is equal to, just say, employee. Okay, so this one should be used only if you are using viewsets.viewset. If you're using model viewset, you don't have to do anything like this, so it will be very easy. And the URL names will be automatically generated based on the model names. Right now we have not, we are not using any model viewset, right? So there is no connection between the views and the model, so that is the reason we need to explicitly provide the base name. And at this point, just stop the server and run it again, and you should be now able to access this employees. Let's go to here and refresh, and you can see this is working, right? This is working, and this is the API route, and you click on it and you see it is still working, but we don't have any other operations such as create, update, and all that, right? So in order to create it, what you have to do, you don't have to create any other classes. You can simply create another method called create. Okay, so that's why it is very simple. So this create will take self comma request. After that, we will simply say serializer is equal to employee serializer. So the serializer will now accept the data, right? So data is nothing but the incoming data which is inside the request dot data. And once we have the serializer with the data, we will actually say if, we'll need to check if this serializer is valid or not. Is valid. You have already done this, right? So it is more like a manual way of checking and storing the data. All right. So using viewset with the model viewset, it is very, very easy. So you don't have to write a lot of lines of code. So it will be very, very simplified. It will just take 2 lines of code and your whole CRUD operation will be done. Okay. So I'm showing this viewsets.viewset just to, make you understand how does the viewsets work under the hood. All right. So we'll say serializer dot save, and we'll say simply return the response. You can say serializer dot data, and status is equal to status dot http 201 created. All right, here also you can pass http 200. Okay. All right, so that is up to you. Okay, so if the serializer is invalid, you will simply say return response serializer dot errors. Perfect. Okay, now let's refresh, and you see currently we have 3 data and we have the form now. I'll copy one of the raw data and paste it here. I'll remove ID and I will say imp005, and I'll say Joseph web dev. All right, post and go back to the employee list, and you see we have one more data. All right, so that's how you create and list down the data using viewsets.viewset. In the next one, we'll take care of retrieve, update, and delete functionalities of viewsets.viewset.